Nobody warned me that loving too much was something you could do wrong. I fixed everything. Every single thing. Before she even had the chance to try. And I thought that was the right thing to do. I thought that was love. That morning, everything was exactly as it should be. And then the door opened. My daughter has never quite learned to arrive. She passes through rooms. Zorg looked at me. I looked at him. We have had that conversation 1,000 times without words. The juice went first. It always does. She held up her shoe. I was already kneeling. I watched her run. I stayed there for a moment, on my knees on my own floor. She wanted a snack. I said lunch was soon. She stamped her foot. I got the snack. She ate it happy, completely calm. I watched her the way you watch something you built. I looked at my hands, and I saw them younger, faster, already reaching. Zorgla called. She would be later than expected. Of course she would. Zorg appeared with a book he wasn't reading. He sat down. That was enough. I remember when she was 8. Something broke. I fixed it before she cried twice. When she was 16, when she was 22, I was always one step ahead of the difficulty. I thought that was love, and it was. That's what makes it complicated. Nova came running back, holding something broken, face like a weather report. I looked at the toy, and then for the first time in as long as I can remember, I paused. I fixed it. Of course I fixed it, but I noticed that was new. Same hands, same hallway, different century, same scene. Zorg brought me fresh tea. He didn't say a word. He never needs to. I held the cup, and I understood something I had been almost understanding for 40 years. I built her a world where nothing stayed broken. I thought I was protecting her. I was doing something else. I picked up my knitting, not to forget, just to stay. When did it begin? I kept asking my hands. They kept moving. The shoe, the snack, the phone call, the job. It was always the same kind of love. I remember the interview. She was nervous. I made a call. She got the job. She never knew. What did she learn that day? That things work out? They always work out. Because I made sure they did. Zorg said something, just a few words. It was enough. And then Nova did something that surprised me. She tried. I saw my hand go up. I watched it like it belonged to someone else. And then I stopped it. She got the cookie. Herself. In her whole life, it may have been the most important cookie. I smiled. Not my usual smile. Something smaller. Something new. Zorgla came back. Same coat, same bag, same phone. She held up a bag. It was knotted. She held it toward me the exact same way Nova holds up broken things. I said, "I think you've got it." And I kept my hands in my lap. She looked at me. She worked the knot. It took 4 seconds. She moved on. I picked up my knitting again. The rhythm felt different, steadier. Dinner was the usual beautiful mess. Nova spilled something. Zorgla checked her phone. Zorg told a story nobody asked for. I loved all of it. Zorg and I passed a look across the table. He saw what I had done. He's always seeing. When Nova hugged me goodbye, I held her a beat longer. Not for her, for me. Zorgla said thanks. Mom on her way out the door. She didn't know what she was thanking me for. That was all right. The door closed. The house found its shape again. I turned around. I had made a decision without making a speech about it. That felt right. Zorg was already in his chair. The room was the same. We were slightly different. There are evenings when a house holds you perfectly. This was one of those. On the side table, a photograph. Zorgla at 8, holding something she made. Proud of it. Nova came running back, holding something broken. Face like a weather report. It is not too late. It is never too late to do it differently today. Saying no is also love. Sometimes it is the deepest kind. The most important person in your life is you. Not selfish. True. So go. Do the thing. Tell them. Hold them. Say no. There is still time. There is always still time. So go. Do the thing. Tell them. Hold them. Say no. There is still time. There is always still time.